Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a crazy old fight that we've got here for you today as the Orks and the Chaos going head to head until one of them is dead. Now the Chaos here definitely have superior numbers on the field today. As you can see, their army is stretching off into the distance, but unfortunately for them, it is largely made up here of renegade gunners who are going to be taking on Ork choppers, meganobs and shooters. And my oh my, both teams actually got the work cut out for them today because the Black Legion are actually present on the field here for the Chaos. We've also got some of Tzeentchi's own Chaos spawns here. But also, actually, we've also got a few looted tanks here as well for the Orks, providing some fire superiority there. So both sides are going to be absolutely mashing themselves together with these little hills here. And already the fighting on the front line is brutal. But it does look like the Chaos are pulling, the Orks are pulling ahead at the moment because the Chaos are just simply throwing in hundreds and hundreds of these poor renegade troops who, of course, don't stand a chance against things like meganobs. The big pneumatic claws here just absolutely squishing the poor renegade gunners right between them. But of course, eventually the Black Legion over here somewhere are going to be making their way to the front line. Look at all these reinforcements pouring in for the Chaos. A seemingly unending number here. There we go. We can see a couple of the Black Legion bolters at the ready, already providing fire support from such a long range. That's absolutely crazy. The battle is starting to spread out. Now, both sides have one flank sort of secure as this is the edge of the map over here. So yeah, we've sort of got this little bit of security. Even though the Orks seem to have broken the boundary of the map here, which is actually technically here for infantry. But you know, they seem to be going out. Who can blame them? Who can control the Orks realistically? Am I going to stop them? No. If they want to go outside the map bounds, that's totally up to them. But oh my god, look at that front line. Absolute brutality here. The Orks seemingly just chewing at their way through the Chaos forces at the moment. We've got this weird little breakage as all the gunners start lining up here for the Chaos. And the rest of them are trying to make their way through the trees. That's really stemming the flow of infantry here, allowing the Orks to actually progress a little bit further. By the way, any of you who've noticed the giant floating figure in the background, yeah, that's an issue with one of the mods. He just seems to spawn a random figure in the sky. Don't know why. Look at these, though. The Chaos spawn making their way forward. That Ork dakka in the background. All that smoke over there, providing excellent covering fire. Bullets are just flying this way and that. But look at this. The meganobs now have managed to push down the hill. They're grinding their way forward here, killing as many of the Chaos infantry as possible. But let's go over to the flanks, because this is where the real action is going to take place over here. You can see Chaos using its superior forces here. Well, not superior, just numerically superior, really, aren't they? To actually push around and try to start outflanking at the Orks. The Orks quickly realizing what's happening and have brought up some choppers to try and hold back this new wave of forces that are coming in. Of course, these boys are extremely happy that this has happened because they were kind of stuck at the back, not being able to get in the fight to this point. But to be honest, though, it might put the shooters at a little bit of a risk here. That's a lot of Chaos that are trying to swarm around that flank. More and more boys, though, pushing in. Are they going to be enough to secure it? The Chaos seem to actually be somewhat hampered here. They're not pushing around as many units as they could be. Wondering what's going on over here. It might be the terrain break. Luckily, though, this offers them a really nice little bit of cover here as they're coming up. They can't actually really be shot at. Look at that front line, though. The Orks are not faltering. Man, oh man, they're loving this. Absolutely chewing their way through this as the flank really starts to extend. Are we going to get an encirclement here? Are the Chaos going to be able to push all the way down the other end of the battlefield? I don't know. The gunners are looking a little bit exposed here. Here we go. This is more like it now. Chaos actually starting to use that numerical advantage here and is pushing over to the hills, trying to get that high ground. We've got a couple of tanks backing up this side, but not as much. How are we doing over there? This is where most of the meganobs are, you see, on this front line. It's a strong front that the Orks have put up. That bolt of fire, though, that is striking the line. It's killing a lot of Orks. You can see it just streaking in from a distance from the Chaos lines there. Really want to see some of these bigger units actually get in, though. I think what happens is a lot of the Chaos Spawn get focused down by the gunners. Oh my god, look at this. The orks are surging forward towards the dead forest here. They might actually be able to break through this. The orks now with over 500,000 kills. Chaos somehow has only got 10,000. It really needs to up its game here. God, look at this. Units getting thrown through the air. It's the tree. It's a cursed chaos tree. It's throwing orks up into the air. Oh my. See, orks, this is what happens when you try to go around the outside of the map. It doesn't work out for you. God, man, so many chaos are rushing forward, though, into this forest area. Trying to push forward, but them orks on the front. They're putting up such a good fight. And again, with that firepower backing them up, it's really working wonders. The orks have got a lot of firepower on the field today. How's this flank doing over here, though? Have we managed to secure it yet? Looks like a lot of orks now have poured over to this side, realizing that the chaos are starting to gain some momentum over here. They're quickly trying to refocus their efforts. And it's now become a battle for this bloodied ridge here. Look in the background, though. We've got fractures in the ork lines here. This could be deadly. That could allow chaos to push units through and start opening up a new flank, even encircling the orks that have currently pushed forward. We have got chaos spawns on the front line over this side, though. Look at that. Absolute disruption here that they cause when they do get to that front line. No wonder the orks have been trying to focus them down, not letting these boys get there. Because look, yeah, he's just throwing units all over the shop. It's absolute madness. The orks doing a really good job, though, of holding this flank up till now. The chaos are pumping reinforcements into it, but look at all this. All the tanks have now turned their attention over it, and all the ork shooters are providing the covering fire to keep this flank under control. Chaos are trying to extend it, and bit by bit, I think the orks almost managed there to close the gap, but again, just not enough boys. I mean, they've still got plenty on that front line. And look at the amount of chaos reinforcements that are still being flown into the area here. There's so many. Again, look at this. Just absolute disruption on the front line here. Throwing orks about. Throwing them into the rear lines as well, allowing the chaos just to surround them and instantly kill them. And that's just one beast there that's provided such big disruption to that line. Again, oh my god, another one here. Just throwing orks all over the place, and there it goes. It's been focused down. You can see all the ork gunners just behind there, really working overtime. The orks have managed to pile up such a crazy amount of bodies now in this area. Look at this. It's just a giant wall of chaos. The orks are having an absolute field day at the moment. They've managed to push down from this hill now, which all their shooters are just lining up on. Oh god, that's such a good field of fire that they've got. The orks, man. This is just an ork holiday. It really is. Look at how far they've pushed forward. This is where the body line has started here. And it's just been this absolute dance of death here. We've now started to capture the forest here. The chaos are really starting to struggle with the reinforcements in this area, I've got to say. Just not enough units. Not enough firepower. Even with the Black Legion on the field. Look, you can see they're right up here. Laying that covering fire right down into the lines here. And it's just not been enough. Oh god, look at all the bullets flying over that battlefield, man. That's absolutely insane. The chaos, though, have not faltered just yet. Look at the quagmire that we've got down here. As the reinforcements pour into that front line. It's just absolute insanity. Oh, there's so many bodies. The chaos are being piled up here. You've got to be careful, though, because this could spawn some bloodletters if we're not careful. There's a lot of goo on the floor over there at the moment. But the orks are pushing forward now. The chaos coming down to 700,000. The orks still with 120,000. They've only lost 36,000, like I said. But again, this is the crucial flank. Look at chaos still pouring units into it. They could break this at any point. And if they start capitulating this line here and actually getting to them gunners, because look, the gunners are providing so much covering fire. And as well, there's a couple of exposed tanks here. The orks are going to be so careful on this line. The Chaos are actually starting to push it as well. Look at that. Sheer weight of numbers are grinding down the enemy. That is the tactic of the day for the Chaos. And the orks are struggling. I mean, they've pushed over this hill a little bit, but it doesn't look like there's any more reinforcements coming in for the Orky boys. This is it. If the Chaos manage to get their way through this line, which they almost have, by the way. Look at this. All the orks now holding the rear guard action have pretty much died. The Chaos are starting to overflow. They've got a clear shot at the moment towards the gunners. More and more orks now realizing that an attack from behind is happening. The Chaos, though, have already got that breach secure, I think, at this moment. All they got to do is start focusing them gunners down. They're trying to get towards the tank at the moment, I think. Again, and trying to take out as much of that firepower as possible. The orks in the center here could be at risk of being surrounded. The Chaos need to get more reinforcements pumping around this flank here. Again, it's starting to wither. It's starting to wilter. Much like the corrupted Chaos mind. But look at this. The orks are actually starting to hold this. Are they getting it under control? I don't know. The Chaos have lost a lot of units here, but there is a nice free flow going. Again, they need to start focusing down this massive herd of gunners here. That's a lot of firepower. That is just railing right into the flank of these Chaos dudes. The orks providing just enough of a distraction at the moment. But again, the reinforcements for the Chaos seem almost unending here. Uh-oh. Have we got a break in the line? It does look like we're getting a break in the line here for the orks. Running out of melee boys on the front. It is now down to the gunners to hold this center. Or the Chaos are going to start breaking through. Oh man, look at that. So I think what's happened now is that we've simply run out of Mega Nubs on the front line. And now it is Chopper versus the Renegade. Yeah, look at that. I can't see any more Mega Nubs on this part of the line here. Let's go further over. There was a load in this forest. Oh man, no, it looks like the Chaos have actually ground down all the Mega Nubs now. This could be the turning point here. There's 91,000 orks remaining. They've got to quickly wrap up this Chaos horde. They might actually be able to capitulate this flank over here. The Chaos are pumping more reinforcements into this area, realizing that it's starting to get a bit weak. But to be fair, this is the bulk of the Ork army now over this side. So yeah, it is going to be hard work. But look at how many Chaos are over the other side here. And with this break in the line, things could turn extremely deadly very quickly. Oh man, the Chaos are just pouring reinforcements over that breach. The gunners are doing an excellent job of holding everything back for now. Look at that. Oh man, we're going to start getting us around. What actually could happen here is the orks could get split in half. That could be really deadly. If the Chaos manage to surround these guys, I don't know if we've got enough reinforcements coming from the flanks yet. There's still quite a few Chaos being poured in. Again, I don't know if that's going to be enough. We've still got all these gunners to take out on this side. And the orks are holding this hill. This is Orky Hill, man. They're not giving it up at all. In fact, I think they're starting to make a new hill out of Chaos at this point. But yeah, look at this. This breach over here is starting to widen. That is scary. But the Ork gunners again, look at that. Just the sheer level of firepower being leveled out against the Chaos is absolutely insane. The Chaos here focusing down an Ork tank, and they managed to do it. Look at all the gunners trying to back off back towards the hill that they've pushed down from here. And I don't think there's any Ork reinforcements in the terms of melee here that are actually coming in to help these boys. Oh man, it's all about this flank over here now. It really is. The Chaos have quickly got to capitulate the remaining Ork forces over here and start actually encircling them gunners. They need to get them down. It is a crucial turning point in the battle for both teams at the moment. There's only 300,000 chaos remaining to 67,000 orcs. And again, that orc number could dwindle really quickly if the chaos start actually managing to make some ground over here. But it just seems like there's just enough orcs on this flank holding it for now. Again, it's starting to wither. The chaos reinforcements aren't as plentiful as they were earlier. And the orcs are just about holding out. But look at this. We have got a chaos at the spawn of Zinch here on that front line. Oh, it has gone down. Did it do enough damage, though? That's the question. God, look at all these orc tanks here piled up. And I think we're starting to get that break. There it is. We've got, well, single break in the line now. But again, have the chaos got enough reinforcements coming in? It only feels like there's a thin splattering of troops over this side here. And the orc gunners are handedly taking them down here. How are we doing in the rear? Okay, so we are making progress over here. Again, plenty of reinforcements over this side. And the chaos are right up into them gunners now, actually starting to have an effect on them. This could be horrific for the orcs if they lose their firepower here. And again, look at this. The orcs over this side are starting to get penned in now. Again, so the orcs don't just have to defend this one side now. They are being pincer maneuvered by the chaos. We have got enemies coming across this side, and look what this has done. The orcs have literally had to divide their firepower. This could be the chaos's time now to push their reinforcements right around. I mean, they've still got a good amount of troops over here. It is still possible. Orky Hill has been such a distraction. All the firepower, the shooters, and the looted tanks over here have just been railing into that flank of chaos for so long. They need to get this area under control. And quickly. I don't know, quickly. But oh gosh, look at this. The chaos have managed to push the orcs off the hill. Let's go quickly and check on the rest of the battlefield over here, because it looks like the chaos have actually had their lines broken now by the orcs on this far flank. And the orcs are storming in towards the chaos gunners, who are desperately trying to back up and provide that covering fire that's needed. Look at this though, we have got a Black Legion dude just holding out all by himself over here, completely distracting the orcs. Now this is going to be the problem that the orcs have. The Black Legion are going to be providing excellent distractions here, allowing the renegade gunners to stand back and actually just start railing on them. And not to mention the remaining Black Legion who are also on the field. The orcs with 40,000 units remaining here. Chaos with 160,000. And I think we're going to get all these. So I think what's going to happen here then is Chaos is going to win this flank over here eventually. It's going to be extremely costly for them. I think it might actually take them so long that the orc army from that side will come down and hit them in the flank while they're still trying to capitulate this. Because again, look at all these Chaos bodies that have just piled up on the side of this mountain now. The Chaos forces really starting to struggle here. But the orcs, look, we have actually started to pen them in though. The orcs now struggling to retreat from this area. Chaos finally swarming over them all. A lot of the orcs are retreating into the desert. Oh, that's evil. The Chaos don't have the reinforcements to actually chase them down. They're trying, but my gosh, are they getting distracted. Because on this side, the orcs have completely stormed over the Chaos. Oh my god, the Chaos have been evaporated on this side. The orc army now making its way down to the remaining blob of Chaos, who are still trying to wrap up the orc shooters on this side. It's now 92,000 against 30, sorry. And I think the Chaos might just actually finally capture or kill, just as the remainder of their army is evaporated. Oh my god, look at that battlefield, man. All the cliffs now are completely smooth. Oh, every single cliff face has been turned into this really smooth thing because of all the bodies. And look at this now, all the orcs swarming back over. The Chaos trying to reform some form of desperate defense here. Again, we've still got Black Legion on the field somewhere. Here we go. A couple of them over this side. So we have still got Bolt of Fire providing covering fire. Oh, and look at this. We've still got a couple of Chaos Spawns still left on the field. Though I've got a feeling that the Orky gunners are going to focus these boys down pretty dang quickly here. Especially with them having a larger hitbox. So they stand above all the normal Marines, the Renegade gunners. Which means that, yeah, they're just going to be absorbing bullets no matter what. Look at all the Orks standing on top of the bodies over there. Laying that covering fire into the flank of the Chaos as they try to push across this open field. The absolute insanity that is Chaos here. The Orks countercharging now. And again, yeah, both of the Chaos spawn there. Absolutely focused down by the Chaos gunners here. And the great equilibrium is starting to happen here. And there it is. Both teams even now. As the Orks have just pulled ahead in terms of units remaining. The Chaos too distracted by the Orky dakka. And look at this, they're finally capturing Ork Hill. It's finally happening. They're surrounding the tanks. They're finally getting the firepower actually cleaned up over here. I mean, maybe. I think they're still struggling just a little bit. But the dakka has been too strong for the poor old Chaos here today. And I mean, look at this. Absolute insane battle line here. Just piles of bodies that the Orks are now storming over. And this thing just goes up and down the battlefield here. Absolutely fantastic stuff here. The Orks with 22,000 troops remaining are now just storming over the last of the Chaos forces. Unfortunately, Chaos never did manage to capture Orky Hill. It remained Orky Hill until the very bitter end here. With only 2,000 Chaos remaining, I think it's safe to say that the Orks have won this one here today, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, I do hope you've had a blast. I know I have. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all you channel members who helped keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button down below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the amazing ChaoticPinky store. We got some really cool merch over there. Links in the description. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.